Hello, my name is Jamar Miller, and it's been a pleasure to be in this class with you. With so many people learning from all over the world, I thank you, Ms. H, for teaching me and for everything that you've done for me in this class. Reflecting back on our first video, my introduction, I had a difficulty setting up my YouTube account. However, I got it and got it to work. In week 3, you gave our first major video for grading. It was our informative speech. I did my speech on how to successfully prepare for an interview. Ms. H, you have pointed out that I had minor errors in my speech, which was the multiple pauses and starts. Donna pointed out that I should have had my outtakes at the end. I should edit my video and put my outtakes at the end of my video. And Nita mentioned that I looked nervous, which is exactly what I was. I was nervous. And now going back to our five best speaking practices covered in our book, I felt like I used a bit more rehearsing to help me overcome my nervousness and help me become more confident in my speech. However, when it comes to editing the software, I had trouble with it. I didn't get it how to edit it. So that was the reason for most of those starts and stops. Moving on to week 4, we did our demonstration speech. Mine was on how to make a turkey pot pie using leftovers. This speech I had to give 100% credit to my wife. She's the cook in my family, not me. I can't actually boil water. So Gino, you was absolutely right. My wife backed me up when I fell short at, and when I fell short at, what I was saying. So going back to those 5 steps again, I should have practiced. Could have practiced more. Practice putting stuff together, walking through the steps, so that when I can't actually review my video, my wife could assist me make it instead of me assisting her make the pot pie. Okay? And yeah. And get credit to my wife again. She's excellent. Moving on to our week 5. Moving on to week 5. We did our persuasive speech. I did mine on why we should exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. I did a pretty good job at it, but that week was the toughest week for me. During that week, my daughter got sick with strep throat and scarlet fever. Who gets scarlet fever these days? I didn't know that disease or virus still exists, but it does. So during that week, it was very hard for me. I had minimal sleep. My daughter's crying and everything. Daddy. Okay. So, because of that issue, I had to turn my video in late. And only one person critiqued my video, which is Lord, I thank you for your positive critique. And my daughter being sick shouldn't be an excuse for me not being prepared for my speech, I felt. Okay. As you mentioned, I should have a PowerPoint, which I did. I did a PowerPoint for my video, but I felt like it was rushed and it wasn't up to par, so I didn't add it. In addition to the information I provided in that video, I could have did a better job in preparing for it and memorizing my information. So those were some things I needed to improve on there. Going back to those 5 best speaking practices, I could have practiced more, prepared better, and rehearsed all those things I could have did to help myself in that video. Overall, it was a new experience for me. All those speeches I did, there was always room to improve. And that's what we're here for, to learn to improve and become better speakers. in each of those videos, I have on to be better prepared, rehearse my speech a couple of times and run through it so there'll be less flaws. And when we rehearse more and practice more, confidence builds. So it's a trickle down effect, confidence. I can practice my steps, like I said, and practice makes perfect. And memorize my info. When I memorize my info, the words that come out of my mouth become more organized and they flow better. I can take what I learned in this class anywhere, especially with my job. As a leader, I'm always in front of it, subordinates and my peers, teaching and learning from them. Most of all, I can take it because I'm a teacher. As an NCO, my job is to train soldiers. So I need to know what I'm talking about. I need to speak clearly and communicate clear direction to my soldiers. And this class helped me learn that. So bringing God into the picture, as a Christian, we need to learn how to speak and how to study my material, study our material so that we can learn and witness to other people and bring them closer to Christ. How you can expect us to bring people to Christ if we don't know what we're talking about and the words that we speak, that we are saying to them doesn't align with the words that's in the Bible? Doesn't work. Doing that, we become false prophets. Hey, I'm not trying to be a false prophet and use God's name in vain. Who wants to do that? So, Joshua 1:8, meditate on it day and night so that you be sure to obey everything that's written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all that you do. I don't know about you, but I want to be successful. Not only in my career, but being a Christian and being God with God. I want to be able to just do that. Using principles like study and meditation from the Bible can help you become a better speaker. These principles you can take anywhere, because you got to know what you're talking about. You got to prepare, you got to study, you got to rehearse, and build confidence. And the more times you do it, the better you'll get at it. Just like speaking in front of the camera. I know I stutter. That's what I do. But it's always, like you said, there's always ways to overcome that and keep rolling with the program. That's what I learned in your class message. Thank you, by the way. So that's why it's important to consider these Bible principles, meditation and studying. This class has been very helpful to me, and I will continue to practice these fundamentals that I learned in your class. God bless you. And I hope you have a happy new year and be merry and be bright. Goodbye, Mr. H. Now, thank you very much for everything you do. Bye-bye.